Hello, everybody. We are live and rocking and rolling. What? I see we have Mantha already starting to lurk in the chat 2 minutes ago. Excellent. I do not hear myself, so let's see why.
Oh, I hear you
Excellent.
on
I do not hear myself, so let's see why.
Oh, I hear you
Yay,
on
there we go. I do not hear myself, so let's see why.
Oh, I hear you
Yay,
on
there we go. I do not hear myself, so let's see why. All right, so let's do a quick check-in with the players, make sure they can be heard. So I want to ask another character question. So put yourself in the mindset of your players. Um, first of all, would like everybody to give me a D12, please.
Roll a d12.
That's exciting. If I can actually throw it in the box instead of yeeting it across the entire board. Twice in a row. It's fine. I'm fine.
Yeah, but it
Just want to throw it really hard.
makes cool noises and it looks really cool when you do that. And you don't have to go digging on the floor to pick it back up. All right, so that means Tusk, you are going first. If money was no object, where would Tusk like to live? What type of abode would he want to live in?
He would like to actually live in either like a tavern. He would like to actually live in either like. He kind of has an ideal home in mind that he's like kind of slowly been getting. That's like a tavern, smith, guild hall kind of area. And he might start looking into building, or looking into town and wondering if there's possible areas that fit his general idea. He's one who's liking the city more than the wilderness that I grew up in. Not that he, hates the wilderness. It's just finding there's a lot more exciting stuff in the city than, in the general wilderness. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. So, and that means that, ooh, wow, I don't know what happened there. Actually, I do know what happened there, but I'll just pretend that it wasn't me cluttering up the chat. So Genesis, where would Genesis' ideal house be?
That's a hard one. Honestly, I think she has so much of her life has been at her family's ranch that she can't really, like, obviously, like, not living there forever. But I think that she can't really imagine a lifestyle that's not at least like similar to that. So honestly, probably making like a mini or not ranch, orchard, making like a like living in like a small cottage with maybe lots of animals close to the forest with abundant access to materials to make her instruments with. And I think that's enough for her.
Awesome, very nice. And so, what about Kithri?
So when you first asked that question, I'm like, I have no idea. And then I'm like, well, put myself in Kithri's shoes. And I thought about it. I'm like, well, Kithri has no idea. With just the way she's grown up, it's not exactly conducive to a, happily ever after. But I would say, just in general, probably it's more of the people she's with. But I would say the location or the area. It's kind of like the home is where the heart is sort of thing for her.
Wow, rather sentimental for a heartless rogue.
She's a softie.
All right, and Krek.
I feel like Craig is kind of a nerd, so definitely have books. But I don't know.
A nice wizard's tower, a library, a library tower,
uh,
Just
a cave.
I mean,
live in Candlekeep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
maybe,
definitely
but
something to strive for. Absolutely.
maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Become a scholar.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Become a scholar.
Maybe. I don't know.
All right, so speaking of homes, Callist has a home in Nashkel,
Wow.
and um, I should say his parents have a home, which he stays at when he is in Nashkel. And you all are starting to sort of make Nashkel your home as you come in and out. We're going to the Prancing Goat Inn, and is typically your haunt for the group that stays. Then you also have Kithri, who stays at the Thieves Guild. She has a little cot there. Genesis stays in a barracks at the Bard School, and if she really pushed it, she could probably stay at several different nobles' houses, merchants' houses here, priests' houses within the city, because she's well known as a performer. And with a little bit of raising of the eyebrows, a little wink wink here and there, playing of an instrument, she could pretty much stay almost anywhere she wanted to for free if she wanted to not
bribe
stay.
them with music.
Exactly. All right, so last week, boy, when I had the scale UI up this high, the dice tower is just huge. It's like 2.5 inches high. So let me move this. All right. Sorry for the squirrel moment there. You guys had come back from slaughtering the poor defenseless people on the mountainside that you came across and ambushed in the middle of the night.
They attacked us.
And you had successfully stolen all their goods, which was your intent all along. Came away
I
with quite
mean,
a decent amount of magic items.
I don't regret it.
And made your way back to Nashkel. You had tried to check in with Captain Smilodon after rescuing him, or who you think was him, from the hags in the Burning Keep. But he was not there. And so you then went cross town to the marketplace to look to sell your stuff. You did successfully sell a lot of your stuff. And you're in the process of entering the marketplace when right there at the street you came in was a table, and there were some youngsters selling some potions, trying to raise money for their addiction rather. Um,
We happily fueled it.
and so you guys did
I
sell,
wonder why.
did grab some of those potions, and that is where we left off. So as you're wandering through the stalls, looking at the various merchandise that's there. Now, just to clarify, for those of you who don't remember, or for those watching, the marketplace you're in now is the transient one, in the sense that it's similar to a vendor mall or a flea market, in that people come, pay for rent a slot for a day, set up their wares, and are there until they sell out or until the day ends, until sunset, and then they pack up and go away. Now, sometimes people will stay there for a week or so. Traveling merchants, for example, will set up for a week or maybe even two, and then before they head on out, a lot of them will include Nashkel in their circuit of major and minor cities, all up and down the South Coast, along the King's Way. But what you can find here changes from day to day, which is a good and a bad thing. There are also many, many merchants that have actual storefronts throughout Nashkel that you are familiar with a handful of them. But you thought you would start the day in the market and just look around and see what's available. So, is there anything anyone is in searching for in particular?
I know Jen is probably running low on apples and carrots to give to her horse, so this might not be the best place to look for it, but if they are there, then she will probably get some.
All right, give me a percentile. Now, apples and carrots
Honestly,
are
not gonna
definitely
lie, every single time you're
going to
like,
be there.
"Well, what are you looking for, guys?" My mind immediately goes to the ice cream place, like,
Wow.
just like
It
that.
just becomes a ritual. We stay at the Prancing Goat Inn. We get ice cream. I mean,
Absolutely. So you had an 85% chance of finding apples and
Uh,
carrots.
uh,
You rolled a 90.
uh.
They just aren't people who, the farmers who come through are just selling more of along the lines of legumes and onions and uh, pumpkins and such. No luck with the apples. You can probably find some in some of the permanent residences, permanent stores.
yeah.
There might be a produce shop around. What about the rest of you guys?
I know Tusk is trying to keep an eye out for scrolls of locate creature or any particular items that could help find hidden creatures. The scrolls are mainly for Jen. Who knows if there's probably a few other places in the city to look for, but might as well see if there's any good deals here.
All right, go ahead and give me a percentile.
All right. 4. That's
Opposite end of the spectrum, baby.
All right,
yeah.
so you spend about 45 minutes. There are 4 or 5 different stalls that have scrolls. And it takes you a while as you're looking through them to determine that some of them are just decrees, some of them are uh, just blank that they're selling, some of them are stories, some of them are maps. You do find one, a small little wizened vendor who is a little gnomish guy, and he has some actual magic scrolls for sale. And when you ask for locate creature, uh, he digs around and is able to find one of locate creature. And what is the other thing you were looking for?
Um, Possibly a magic item just does the same thing. It was not expecting to actually find anything. It was more of a something that helps with locate creature if I couldn't find a scroll, possibly an item.
All right, so Nick, if you would find the locate creature spell, let me know what level it is.
Will do. Give me a quick second to pull that
It
up.
is level 4. Sorry, I happened to
That
be
was
looking at
excellent
it.
Foley work, Nick.
What?
That was really impressive. Sounded just like Mantha.
Why, thank you.
Yeah, I was pretty
All right.
impressed. You did a good job.
All right. So while we're finalizing that, Krek or Kithri, is there anything you guys are looking for?
Mhm.
Hmm.
I can't think of
Crack is
anything in
kind
particular.
of interested in. I just don't know how many magic items there would be. Like, I don't know what. I don't know. I don't know how to say it.
I mean, Kithri's probably looking for like opportunities for thefting. Not that she's going to take them, but it's kind of ingrained in her mind.
All right, Kithri, give me a percentile.
Okay.
On a high
Like
roll,
I
there are
said,
opportunities, but they're ones that she'd feel bad about.
no.
Oh
What?
my gosh!
So you see that they're walking throughout the marketplace today. And there are, looks like some sort of, a lot of the mercenaries from that are camped outside the city are there, and so it looks like, a lot of the merchants are sort of looking leery at these guys. So the merchants are keeping especially a special eye on their wares. There are guards, city guards, more so than normal, walking through the marketplace. You even notice that a couple stalls have actual guards standing, paid, hired swords, watching, just staring out in the crowd and watching especially the goods that they're watching. So you do not happen to have any kind of chance to pilfer anything. Maybe pickpocket if you wanted to risk, but there are lots of
No.
eyes and alert eyes in the marketplace today.
You wouldn't have tried it anyway. It's just, I don't know. I don't feel like doing nothing.
Wasn't planning nothing, you hear? You can't prove nothing.
Nope.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
All right, so one thing you do notice as you're walking through, we sort of hand waved the fact that you put your mounts in the stables, but there are stables here in Nashkel, and that would be pretty much the first place you would go to for all your various stabling needs. And you see that there is a long and wide booth that's set up with these poles on in little stands that help them uh, uh, keep this awning up, and they are selling. Takes you a minute to realize what it is, but you realize as you come closer, it is barding for everything from familiars all the way up to dragons, from large, small, medium, huge creatures, barding of all different types of armor, from leather all the way up to plate mail and everything in between. You can buy at this barding stall.
not me Googling what birding is.
So it's armor for your pet or familiar.
Gotcha.
Oh,
So if you wanted to throw, so you notice, for example, you look and you see for birds, they would have a helmet, a big chest piece. Um, depending on the bird, sometimes they have protection for the legs as well. Um, for things like ferrets, they would have a little helmet and protection
Oh my
along the
god.
back. And depending on what you get, there's also some small protection for the stomach. For lizards, it's just like horse barding in a sense, but more flexible. The big plates along the back, uh, protection on the face, along the neck, things like that. So um, you can mm, you could probably even have him make something for your Arak as well. It's just a wider horse.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, that's so cool. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I think
it is.
Jen at least wants to look. Um, I think probably with the whole Piper changing sizes thing, that might not work out well. But she definitely look because she cares about Steelfoot and wants to make sure that he is safe. And so she's looking at horse barding at the moment.
Crack would be interested in neuro lizard armor.
All right. So both of them are large creatures. He's a large equine. So it would be the cost of whatever armor you want times 4. So for a regular human set of armor, studded leather, will be 4 times the cost. If you want them to have studded leather barding, plate mail will be 4 times the cost. That's the basic price, and then you could haggle from there.
Okay.
Mhm. Alrighty, I'm gonna look it up.
And we are now looking up stuff.
May as well let them know.
Now, your owls and your ferrets would be a different cost.
Because they are smaller.
So, if I were to get a set of studded leather armor for my riding drake, it would be approximately 180 gold points GP.
Okay, but do the pets have to have armor proficiency?
So it's 45. Is the normal price is 45?
Yep.
Yes. Yep.
Can I take that off my inventory and put it on my riding drake?
All right. So, um, are you going to try to haggle, or are you just going to go for it? So they need, they will follow you. One of the apprentices will walk with you over to the stables. They are reasonably close to the stables, uh, and so they come, and he has the equivalent of a clipboard. It's got a parchment. It's got a wax layer on this board, and he has a stick, sharpened stick that well, there's a little diagram on the board, and he goes with you and measures, has you control your mount while he does measurements with this string that he has that has knots in it. Um, and they do measurements around the chest and neck and the face, uh, and he's making copious notes on this diagram, including the tail, length, diameter, three different times throughout. See how far down it shrinks, that type of thing. The haunches, diameter, all these different measurements that he makes. And then you guys come back. So let me
She would.
Sorry, I'm interrupting, but I think if Jen and Kithri are both seriously considering, is Crack and Tusk, are you guys interested? Because we should probably haggle.
I said I was considering it.
Oh, sorry, you're really quiet for me. Let me turn you up.
I'm debating between medium armor or heavy armor.
all right, and so I apologize. I misspoke. For a large exotic barding, it's ×5. For a horse, it's ×4.
Yeah.
Again, that's basic cost. You might be able to haggle.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely not getting plate armor because its base cost is 1,500. Debating between scale mail and splint mail. I don't know.
I will say, for Jen, it doesn't matter because she's not stealthy anyway, but if you guys are ever considering being stealthy while on your mounts in the future.
That's why I'm doing studded leather.
Yeah, well, light armor won't give the lizard any more armor. I need a name so badly. I just
Lizard.
can't.
Lizard. Can you actually throw me Cast True real quick, so I can check his stuff?
What? I'm sorry, would you say that one more time?
Could you send me the sheet for my mount so I can look at it real quick while I'm comparing stuff?
And if you guys do get barding for your mount, I am going to change the rules as written for the armor class in a sense that if your mount already has a really good armor class, then the armor will add to it. So in other words, like what she's doing, she's getting studded leather for her lizard. And her riding drake, Artemis, has an armor class of 15. 15 is higher than studded leather. So what I would do in this case is I would make it armor class of 18 with the studded leather.
Okay,
So
then I'll probably
if
get
you guys are
scale.
spending all the money and the time and the effort to go with barding, I'm going to make it worth your while, the money, instead of just doing rules written.
Alrighty.
And Kaz True has an armor class of 11 anyway, so pretty much almost anything is better than that anyway. So let me throw that.
Okay, I couldn't remember if he had 11 or like 13 or something like that, but good to know. Thank you. Okay, yeah, definitely want to go with some other armor.
Greg.
Oh my gosh, this random name generator sucks. Yes, what a great name for a pet lizard. Cornflake.
That would be so cute.
No,
You could always name him Dwayne Payne.
Dwayne Payne?
No, it's even worse.
We call him DP for short.
Half the value of a permanent item of the same rarity. So what's the rarity of a frickin' spell?
For me, I think I've already kind of decided on
Stupid
doing
expensive.
barding, but the hard thing
Mhm.
is deciding which one.
I'll get scale mail because that fits, right? It's actually
That does.
surprisingly cheap.
An extra layer of scales.
Head Zachary.
Yeah, I was debating between a couple, but looking at Kaz True's stats here, um, really, if he wants a bonus worthwhile, probably going to want to go heavier. um, so I'm thinking chainmail. Yeah, I think I might go with chainmail.
What
Like I
about
said,
splint?
anything you buy will improve what
I
your
know, but
mount has.
that is true. I just wanted to get it to a healthy level. Yes. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with chainmail. You said it was 4 times as much for horse type or size creatures,
All right, so your Auroch,
which is a bit bigger, so probably be a bit
um,
more.
I'll say it would be considered an equine. So yes, so 4 times, and it is a large. Yeah, so it's a large beast, large equine 4 times. Yes.
Okay. Um,
Okay, lesser. You want
okay.
locates A B C D E
So
That's
F
doing the
5 times for
calculation.
me, right?
life transference. Correct. 5 times.
Okay.
Base cost again. None of you have started to haggle yet, but yes.
Mhm.
Um, so Kithri, were you going to haggle?
Yes, I was. And most of my haggling point will probably be Artemis is a medium creature, so not as big
Okay,
as
so hold
most
on.
mounts.
So let me check that. I have 400 windows open. Barding, medium, exotic.
I do
So
not own this, so I
it
cannot
is
share.
times 4. Sorry, I know I've been contradicting myself, but for medium, exotic, it is times 4.
Okay. All right. But
All
she's
right,
still
so
gonna
if
try to
you're going
haggle.
to be the one doing the haggling, then give me one of the charisma rolls, either, the 3 choices that you have.
I mean,
Well,
if Genesis wants to take the lead, I have a plus 11, but I don't know. Genesis can come back.
Plus, well,
for persuasion, I got a plus 12.
Yeah, go for it, Jen. I will help her with a little deception sprinkled on the side. Because why not?
How are you
Okay.
going to help her?
I'll probably hmm. I don't want to do anything like illegal in case I get caught.
Please don't.
Yeah.
Genesis, Mantha, can you think of a way that Kithri can help you?
making a note real quick.
Oh gosh. I'm not good at this. I mean honestly, we could play the part of like if you're going to the if you're like buying a car or something, then you kind of bring somebody along to play like the clueless person that keeps on bringing like up like good points or whatever, but like under the pretense of, oh, I don't actually know anything about this, and so like keeps on like bringing up things like, oh, what about like Artemis is like a lot smaller than other animals, or like that kind of stuff, like kind of interjecting, butting in, that kind of thing. I don't know.
The clueless straight man.
All right, and what is your passive deception, K3?
My passive perception is
Deception.
deception is 21.
Oh,
All right,
God.
so I'll say Genesis would have advantage.
Okay. And I didn't actually say what kind of armor I'm going to get, because I have been deciding between studded leather and scale mail. But I think she's gonna do scale mail as well.
So roll for K3's first, since she's already done and picked hers.
Yes. In the tower, I'm assuming, or
Yep. No, it doesn't have to be in a tower. You guys would know how well you did.
okay. That 20 was eyeing me.
17. All right, so what is the normal cost of what it should be? 4 times whatever it started leather?
Yeah, so the normal cost would
180?
be 180, yeah.
Okay. So he will offer it to you for 150, especially because it looks like some of your friends are buying as well.
Okay. Well, I appreciate the discount.
So let me throw it in the party sheet. This is Barding Exotic Medium inventory. And when we're finished with this part of it, okay. Oh, I never did. So let me go
And
ahead
I
and
did remove the money from my party sheet, or from
there
my
you go.
inventory.
So go ahead and put that in your inventory, and just make sure that it's marked that you're not carrying it, so it doesn't go against your
Okay.
weight.
Uh,
All right, and so studded leather is base of 13, correct?
it won't let me steal bit.
Studded
Oh,
leather is
got
base
it.
12.
Did K3 have
Sorry, I just
magic
happened to
steal
have all
bit?
the things open when you're asking them.
Cardamom, Grex, Lizard, Steelfoot, Artemis.
Side thing, Tusk will
50.
probably ask. We'll probably just say, Jen, this is what he wants for Castro. Because talking to her has become tradition at this point. If she is okay with it.
Wait, I'm sorry. Can you say that again? I couldn't make out what you said.
Tusk will probably just like point out what he wants for Castro and then kind of leave the talking to her, as is like tradition at this point.
Yeah, I think at this point, Jen and Tusk are like on the same wavelength when it comes to that kind of stuff.
You do notice that the main trade craftsman, there are a couple of them back there, but it looks like the one who is in charge, the one who's doing a lot of the alterations on site, and everybody's running and talking to him, is a half-orc.
Ooh.
Interesting.
I think Tusk is also asking me to do this so that I can haggle for him.
Do any of you own the a real copy of Xanathar's?
I do, but I do not have it
I
on
do not.
me. But I think I have a PDF.
Well, you have
I-
access to it in Fantasy Grounds here too, as well, and the reference manual as well.
Yeah.
I'm just not finding what I'm looking for in here. All right, so that is Kithri. Who's next? I think Krek was next. Did you decide? You
Yeah.
said scale mail.
Yeah.
All right. What does it cost normally?
50.
And you have a large lizard, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so it would be 250 gold. Scale mail is only 50. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it says.
And what is the base of scale mail? 14 or 15?
14,
14.
but it's a medium armor, so.
Correct, Lizard. All right, so yours is also 15. So I would say it would go up to 19 if you did scale mail.
Okay.
And are you going to haggle or are you going to just pay the 19? I mean, pay the 250.
Honestly, yeah, I might try to haggle.
Scale. Barding. All right, so is anybody going to help Krek?
I mean,
It'd just be weird if you did all of it.
yeah, no, I think Jen might tell you like a few things to bring up of like, well, it looks like my whole party is, or all of my friends are buying stuff, so we're doing like
Get
a group
bulk
order,
discount.
yeah, bulk discount. So she's kind of like telling him a few things to like sprinkle in, but she's not doing all the talking for him.
All right, so they again, one of the apprentices runs over. You see this female dwarf. She comes over and asks both Genesis and Krek what type of lizard it is. I mean, not Genesis. I'm sorry, Kithri and Krek. They ask what type of lizard it is. A Narav lizard and a
Writing
kobold
Drake.
riding drake. Yeah, kobold riding drake. And so she yells back in Orcish, the Narav lizard, and so he sort of, the half orc sort of grunts and goes into the back and starts digging through their wagon. And the apprentice takes you, runs over with you to the stables, takes the measurements, comes back. They will also everything will be done at sunset. So they come back, bring the mount at sunset. By that point, most of the other stalls are gone, so they don't. It'll be okay. And then they will show you how to put it on and how to take it off, how to care for it.
Okay.
And go ahead, Craig, go ahead and give me a, if Genesis is helping you, go ahead and give me one of the charisma checks with advantage.
Not that good.
Oof. We not be rolling too good today, boys.
These guys are really good at their craft.
All right, 15. So it was normally 250. 25. So he'll sell it to you for 225.
Okay.
All right, so yours is large barding. And both of your mounts have already been set. So Mantha or Nick, if either one of you who have the time and the desire, Xanathar's has a listing or a table for cost of scrolls, and I cannot find it. So if either of you, however way you can find it, if you could do so, it would help me, please, while I'm finishing this up.
All right, sounds good. I will look.
Interesting. The Rime of the Frost Maiden has the Scroll of Trask summoning.
Oh,
Yep. Remember that
I'm
that's
thing?
fun.
curious how expensive that is.
It's a legendary item.
All right, so here is your large exotic barding. Maybe. Why didn't it go into the party sheet? All right, so who's after? So we still got Tusk and Genesis.
Yeah, and I think Tusk and Jen are doing theirs together. Unless Tusk wants to do the talking for himself, but I'm guessing that he doesn't.
No, he'll let Jen take over. But if the half orc has like a spare moment, which doesn't seem like he does, but if he does, Tusk will kind of ask him for talk with him about some like smithing tips and how it's like different working on armor for horses versus just regular armor and weapons and such. Try to get like a smith to smith kind of connection going.
Try to
Alright,
butter him
that
up.
way.
so as soon as he learns you are a smith, he calls you back, and will have you help him with a couple things while you guys are talking. Just smoothing out some steel for plate mail or making some rings for chain mail, things like that. See what your skill is like. And he's very talkative, very friendly, speaks in Orcish the whole time, and is impressed with Bronze Tusk, and we'll look at it and study it and ask you some questions about the way you layered the bronze and such to make it hard enough, how you got it enchanted, that type of things. He mentions that he does have a person who enchants his armor as well. And when he finds out that you have a Castru, he's very impressed and glad. Most of these of our people have turned away from the true mounts. Mind from blank. Is it? What's the deity?
Auroch?
Yeah.
Oh, Grumsh.
Grumsh. Yes. Grumsh gave us the Aurochs, and so many of our kind have turned to these pale, weak horses or others. I even saw a filthy, call himself a half orc, riding a giant spider. It's a disgrace to our kind.
Yeah, giant spider. That reminds me of the elves from the deep, the sneaky little buggers. The drow.
All right, then how much is your? So he is a large beast, a large canine, so it's times 4. What is the price of what it would normally cost yours?
300 gold would be the normal cost after calculating.
All right, and what type of armor is it?
Chainmail.
All right. He also gives you a special small container of, and it's like a salve, and he says you put it on a rag, on a cloth, and you rub it on the oil, and it helps keep it from rusting and from the weather, being affected by the weather as much. And explains that you have to be careful with the chainmail. Make sure that it's not underneath the saddle, that it doesn't move as you're riding and things, because if the chainmail will dig into the skin of the Auroch, if you apply pressure to it for long as you're riding, that type of thing. And he will charge you 120.
Wow. That's a big
I will thank him for the price, and I will pay that. I will subtract that from my gold now.
For anybody that does not currently have normal chainmail armor open, he charged double normal price instead of like 5 times.
Yeah.
All right, and chainmail 15 or 14?
It is 16.
16. No bonus disadvantage on stealth, but a DC 16 or AC of the.
All right, so I'll say that puts him up to 17.
All right. Nice.
And he offers you a drink. He has a little bit of orcish beer from his tribe. It's not very good, but it's sentimental to him.
I gladly accept the drink and compliment as best as I can equate it to tastes like home, essentially, is what I would probably say.
All right, and he is a large creature, correct? Here's your.
Yep.
So correct, Logan. If you want to go ahead and grab it, I know I don't normally like you guys grabbing things from the party sheet, but go ahead and grab the exotic large parting. And there's the equine large parting. So Genesis, Mantha, you're gonna do your. So first of all, is it time to retire Steelfoot for something upgrade him, or are you gonna stick with Steelfoot?
I mean, I I think a smart player would probably be like, "Oh yeah, let me just get something better." But I think Jen is sentimental, and even though like he's not like the best mount ever, like he's been with her for like so long that she can't really see like traveling without him. So no, she's sentimental.
Oh,
Alrighty. So, what are you looking for Steelfoot?
I think Jen decided on scale mail. Uh, because she wants him to be safe. Again, sentimental.
All right, and what is the normal cost of that?
The normal cost is 50 and the normal base is 14.
I mean, Kithri was sentimental about her horse too, but it got turned to stone.
Well, that was accidental. That was not intentional.
It was only a horse in her eyes. It was a pony for real.
Yep.
Kithri's a very small person.
Um, so that would be 200 normally. What? So go ahead and give me a roll. Is anybody going to help? Genesis,
I could.
rare item.
I don't know. I feel like I did poorly trying to help last time, so I'm staying silent.
Well, I mean, you did give advantage. Jen just rolled bad.
I didn't know what to do. That wasn't like either insulting, very, very insulting, or actually illegal. So, I didn't do that.
You could do the old puppy dog eyes and make it
She's very
seem like you
cute.
had to, you know, it was very important to you.
Yeah, no, sorry, Kitsu's not doing that either. Leave it to someone else.
Well,
So,
I-
at the risk of leading you all, and railroading you as a DM, um, it's been fairly obvious to Genesis and Kithri that Tusk was probably the best way to go if you want to help, if you want any help, since he got by far the best price out of anybody
True.
and didn't
Yeah.
even roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if you want to ask, he's busy chatting with his new friend.
I think that Jen has been like low key eavesdropping on them this whole time. Uh, but I uh sorry, I'm bad at role playing and I don't know how to play a high charisma character. Um, so I think on his way back over, Jen's gonna I guess, like, make small talk with Tusk. Like, he seems very happy. He seemed, and yeah, I'm too tired for this. Well, you seem like you had a good time.
I mean, yeah, we got a chat over just different smithing techniques. Don't typically deal with mount armor, so it was fun to learn something new, and was able to help out and contribute, and share some good old orcish stories, and have a drink that reminds me of home, for all the good and bad that is.
Oh, sounds like you were making friends.
Yeah, it was nice to meet another half orc with similar mindset.
Well, I'll admit we haven't had the most luck so far in terms of haggling. Do you mind helping me a bit? It seems like you might have an edge over the rest of us.
Well, that's definitely new and probably won't ever happen again.
You never know.
Sure, I'll come over and talk with you. Go and ask my friend here if you be willing to help us out a little bit with your. You're just getting it for your horse, right? For shit. I am blanking on the horse name. Steelfoot.
Yes, probably the most normal order they'll have for the night.
At least from us.
From us, at least.
Probably. Yeah, sure. I'll go see if he'd be willing to help us with fixing up maybe a discount armor they might have scrapped, but with an extra pair of hands, being able to fix it up might make you go a little better.
I'd really appreciate that. Yeah, so if Tusk wants to go alone, he can. If he wants Jen to come with, he can. I am letting you have the reins.
All right, so Tusk, you can do any of your charisma checks or your blacksmithing check.
I will do my
with
blacksmithing
advantage.
check. I will definitely do my smithing check with advantage because he ain't charismatic and he doesn't want to be intimidating because that's the only charisma he's actually good at.
Hey, I know we're friends and all, but give me this or else.
Give me this or your ale is terrible. No.
I said it tasted like home, but I hate home.
All right, and Genesis, go ahead and give me a persuasion check for the other stuff in the party sheet.
Eat.
Now I roll well.
All right, and Kithri, I need a persuasion check from you for the poison and the spider wine and the tongue of the bard.
That's not persuasion. Could I use deception instead of persuasion?
Yes, I'm sorry. Any of the charisma checks. All right, so Tusk, you are able to get a scale mail. So he looks over at Genesis and what is your stealth? Your passive stealth, Genesis.
Oh gosh, somebody remind me how to calculate that.
And do you have the observant
And
feat?
plus your stealth.
I do have the observant feat, and my.
Okay, so then never mind because you can read lips. So you don't have. I was just checking to see if he knows that you were listening to their conversation, but you can read lips, so it doesn't matter. Because you do speak Orcish, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so you can read their lips. That's fine. So you see him as Tusk is talking and points to the elf. He says, "She's that one, eh? She's looks pretty frail. Can she even lift the scale armor?" And he sort of laughs and pats you on the shoulder. So tell you what, I had an order for uh, this war has been really good for business, and I had an order that was canceled. Come on over here, and he brings you over to this. You see a set of scale mail for. It's a set of plate mail for a horse. He says, this'll fit her mount. It's and it's. Give me just a second. Give me just a second. I forget the name of it. It is items. Shit. Items. Items. All right. So your cost was how much again? What did we say? 200.
Times 4, it would be 200.
Items. So plate. Adamantine. Gleaming. Cold. Acid. Awesome. Now I can't find the stupid name of it. It's. I want to say dawning. Anyway, I'll find it and mark it on your sheet. What it does is it allows you. It magically goes onto the mount. So
Oh,
once you
yes.
put the main piece on it, say the words, and the rest of it will apply itself to the mount. So it doesn't take the 10 minutes to put the armor on, and also it's easier for you, faster.
Ooh.
Neat.
Nice.
I forget what it's called. There's regular armor that does that for a regular person. That then it doesn't take the 10 minutes to take on and off. And I thought it was in our list. Oh, that's why, because it's under Tasha's. No, hold on.
Managed to find the cast off armor that allows you to
Yes,
take it off.
that's what it is, cast off. So it's
Yes.
cast off armor, and it works both ways. This particular barding does. So it will cost you 220, but it'll be plate, and it's cast off. Or he can go with regular scale, and he'll sell it to you for 170.
We will do the magical one because that's a really good deal.
Yeah. Tusk probably jokes is like, well, the heavy armor is probably why she keeps me around, so I can actually lift that. But this might put me out of the job, but it's a real nice make. Probably just something along those lines.
So it's ersatz plate in that it's not steel. It's a lighter metal. What is the normal AC of plate?
18.
Okay, so this stuff is 17 normally. Let me pull him up. PC mounts.
And I am taking the gold out.
All right, so his armor class is normally 10, so this would put him at 17.
My poor squishy horse, even though he's like average. He's gonna be as hard to hit as I am.
Now, next time we have to remember to upgrade to diamond horse armor from our almost iron or chainmail horse armor that we got now.
All right, and if you guys want to be particular, you can open up the barding in your inventory and put the cost or what it costs you if you want, and you can also put in the note somewhere what it actually is, whether it's studded leather, scale, that type of thing. And if you look at Steelfoot, you'll see yours is Ursat's cast off plate barding.
Ooh.
But let me get you. Oh, yours is in there too. Barding equine large is the last one that's in there for you.
How much does it weigh?
Too much.
What is let me look at and see what Ursat's.
Normal plate weighs 65 pounds.
All right, so this is weighs 20. It's the same weight. Normal plate is 65. So Ursat's is 45. So 90. This would weigh 80 pounds. Like I said, it's made of a lighter metal.
Yay.
All right, so I think we're done except for Callist, which we're not going to worry about right now. So let me sell some of these things. Let's see. You rolled 32, 15, that's 15, so that's 30, so that's 80. Blackfire Crystal. All right, so getting back on track. The scroll you're looking for is 1387.
All right.
Thought I had a miscellaneous note.
As Tusk was the one kind of heading it, he just this one he would try to talk for and be like, "It is for it." He basically try to persuade and say this is for a very important quest to help us track down a particularly shifty, powerful hack, essentially.
I mean, and you
try to use
were
that
sent by like city officials.
You may forget to mention that part, but
all right, so give me a roll.
Yep.
All right, Blackfire Crystal is going to be something she's going to sell. The Petrus Carapace. Spider Wine Shift.
And if it's absolutely terrible, I'll use my inspiration.
Tongue of the Bard. Oh, you put it in the tower. That's what it was.
Oof.
So
Oof.
you can use your
Okay.
inspiration.
I will, yes. And
Blackfire, Spider Wine, Tongue of the Bard. Boom.
okay, that's only slightly better.
Oh gosh.
But I guess not. My question was, did you sell it so poorly that it now costs more?
Son of a mother, are you kidding me?
He's just stumbling over his words and
trying very hard not to seem extremely threatening towards this small, older
18.
gnome.
Okay, so I'm gonna say it was $5 grand.
If I remember correctly, it was a gnome.
I also have one of the piece of the carapace, and I was looking at that in my inventory, and I was thinking I should get rid of it, probably. So I forgot last time.
So the carapace is you do find is people are very interested in it. This guy would also buy it because it is can be used for armor. It can be used for barding. It's very light. Also, druids can wear it, so it can be made into a breastplate that a druid can wear, just like on-keg armor. That type of thing. So that's why there's value in this. So an armor would be the best one to buy this type of stuff, including this guy would be interested in selling it. And buying it. You had 10. There were 10 pounds of it before. How big is your chunk?
I believe it also says it's 10 pounds, I think.
I'm so glad that my hoarding has inspired somebody else to also get rid of stuff.
All right, so he will offer you 2,000 for the carapace.
Okay. I will go ahead and sell it to him then. This is. Oh wait. Back up. Are we talking to the guy that made us armor for our mounts?
Yes.
Yeah, no, she'll sell it to him for that price without trying to haggle because he gave us good deals on our armor.
All right. There you guys go. Got the sale from the stuff that you had in there from before, and then the stuff from tonight, minus whatever you took. Everybody have their barding in their inventory, and make sure that you're not carrying it. Let's take a quick 5-minute break.
Okay.
And
real quick, what was the final price of the scroll? I forgot what the price was before I started talking.
All right, so your roll for that one after your was a 9, okay?
Yeah, so I totally failed.
1387.
Yeah.
He'll drop it to 1380.
1380? Okay. I will mark that off of my inventory then.
Now, that is for the party. I would suggest some of the party members help you out with that, but that's up to you guys.
Craig would be interested in helping out, but we're supposed to be going on break, so...
Yeah.
Let's take care of it when we get back.
I would like to help him, but we are also taking a 5-minute break. So
Okay. Well, for now, I will mark 1380 gold pieces as the price in the chat, and we can come back to this when we get back. All right.
okay.
Talk to you,
See you
talk to you
guys
guys
in a few.
All right, thanks for hanging in with us, folks. Um, we're busy buying armor for their mounts. Okay, Ashley or Mantha, are you back?
Yep.
Did either of you want to get armor for your pets, your familiars?
No, I don't think Athena would like the armor. Plus, stealth is preferable.
For an owl, it would not make noise. It's a single piece for the chest and the back and a helmet, so there's nothing to make noise for the owl.
Piper changes sizes, so I don't think armor will accommodate that. I don't want to get armor for a small ferret and then have him be crushed when he changes sizes.
So you know the world you live in, that it is possible to get enchanted armor. He even said as much to Tusk that he has somebody who enchants that travels with him who can enchant armor.
Do I have an estimate of about how much that will run me?
All right. And you got really soft, by the way, since you came back, Mantha.
Oh, that's because I'm dumb. I have a headset that I normally use for stuff, but for D&D I use a separate mic, and I had it on the table, so I hope you can hear me now.
Now we get you better. All right, so it would cost you. He turns medium, correct?
Yep.
So it would be for tiny armor. Actually, it would be medium armor that is enchanted to turn tiny to
Be right
match
back.
the mount. It would be ×5. So the medium armor normally is ×4. So it would be ×5 for him to make enchanted armor.
Okay. I mean, it'll run quite a bit, but I think it's worth it because Piper is also squishy.
So look at the armor. Let me know which one you want. I'll throw it in the bar in the thing. And again, on this one, if you would open it and put that this is magical, magically enchanted to shrink with the wearer. Once you decide what kind you want. All right, so we're done with the barding aspect of things. You happened to find the scroll you were looking for. What else would you guys like to do in the marketplace?
Ice cream. And
That's a
again, but
different
quieter this
area.
time.
We gotta help Tusk get his scroll, remember?
Yes. Let's
Yeah,
do that
we're
too.
doing that. I think especially because this is something that Tusk is, looking to do. Like, I don't want to take the talking part away from him, but
Pretty sure you literally asked us to help, but
did he?
I mean, he's still muted. I don't know if he knew that, but
Nick?
I did. And he said, I don't know that he responded, but I said
He's now
you guys may
unmuted.
want to help.
Yeah. It would be a good idea to help Tusk. And he is leading the charge on the scroll, so I don't want to take that away from him, but I do want to help him in any way that I can. You know what? Magic is an answer, is an option. I can word. Enhanceability is a beautiful, beautiful spell.
Well, I already tried talking, and that's kind of the price that I did get for the scroll. If you want to help with paying for it, that would also be appreciated.
This might be retconning a little bit. Can I give Tusk my inspiration for that role?
Give his inspiration for what role?
For his persuasion role.
He already used his inspiration, and you guys have a crap ton of gold. So no, I'm not gonna
That's
let
fair.
you do it.
Okay.
It's
So,
between the four of you. It's 1,400 gold. You guys,
Okay.
so
Yeah, and
I
especially because
calculated it, and if we each paid an equal amount, it would be 345 gold each.
yeah, Jen.
If we
Jen will
each
put
want
that
to
in.
contribute, or we could split
So
in
we're
a
not
different
even
way.
gonna attempt to haggle.
We did.
did.
He
You got it
already
down.
did. He got
it
a
down.
9.
Oh, okay.
7 gold.
Yeah, I got it down from 1387. Thank you very much to 1380.
Hey, I mean,
Hey, a discount's a discount.
Plus, it could have
That
been
is
up
true.
to 5 grand. So
Yeah,
it's actually a pretty decent price for it,
Yeah.
for a rare
yeah.
spell.
Yeah, Jen, especially because she's probably the one that's going to be using it. Jen is going to put in, what did you calculate, Nick?
it's 345 gold each if we each paid the same amount.
Okay.
And that is if you all wanted to help. You guys don't have to. As Sven did point out, we have plenty of gold right now. Tusk could actually take care of it all by himself if he really wanted to.
But Jen is going to take whatever amount. Words. She's the one that can use it, so she is putting in an equal amount of whoever is going to contribute.
Okay.
All right, so while you guys discuss this, I'll be right back.
All right. Craig, Kithri, would you like to contribute? You do not have to.
Yeah. No, I'm willing to contribute.
Okay. Craig, you do not have to.
Sure. He's kind of interested in magic stuff, so he'll
All
help
right.
buy it.
All right. And that will be 345 gold each.
Removing it.
We are all removing it. I can't math. I need a calculator.
Yeah, I looked at it and I'm like, I could do this in my head, but I could also just use a calculator, so that's what I'm doing too.
All right, so what did you guys decide?
Okay, that is the correct number. Cool.
So is everybody paying 345 each?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Had you already taken away the 1380?
No, I did not.
Okay, good. I don't do anything. Cool.
Yep, and I did take away my 345.
I did as well.
All right,
So
so
did I.
I did too.
Mantha, what kind of bargaining do you want for your ferret?
I think we're going to do studded leather because his stealth is a thing that is important to his build. So studded leather normally costs 45, and its AC base is 12, which, yeah.
All right, so medium Piper armor class is 13, so that'll put him to 15. 15.
And tiny armor class is the same.
Studded leather. Parting. All right, and the studded leather. Boink. Medium. Let's say plus.
You said it's times 4?
No, the price is times 5.
Times 5, thank you.
24. Because if you were to buy just regular studded leather for him, it would be times 4. So because it needs to shrink.
Ah, it's enchanted. Gotcha.
Yep. And it's a very much cheaper because you're getting it from the same guy.
True. So that would be 225.
Pets. Piper Tiny. 15. Studded. Leather. Parting. Only 4 plus 10. 24. No, 14. All right. So as you guys are getting ready to leave the market, a little errand boy runs up. Let me check the time.
Oh, no.
All right, so it's still early in the morning. So you guys have running back and forth through the stable, talking to him. It's been okay. So it runs up to Genesis, and he says, "Miss Genesis Stillwater, I have a message for you." And he is handing you a scroll.
And she's going to take it and give him a gold piece for his service.
His eyes go really wide, and he quickly pockets it and takes off. You see it is a request. I lost my note. From one of the councilmen to come speak with him and join him for lunch in just over an hour's time at the noon watch.
Is it?
And he gives you the location. And I open my book right to the ice cream parlor. So Rose's Eatery is where he would like you to go. And the Ed Grimley is a gnome, and he is a member of you do remember him being on the city council, and it is signed with his seal, or at least what you believe is his seal.
Okay. Was this request only for Genesis or for the whole party?
For the whole party.
Okay.
I mean, to be
Making
fair,
sure.
Kithri was planning on going anyway.
What was that name again?
Respect. Ed Grimley. Grimmley.
Darn, I missed an M. Well, it looks like we have our work cut out for us.
Well, at least it's not for us, right?
Oh, yep. And true.
All right, where is my party sheet? Main. Correct. All right, so you guys have about an hour. Did you want to go freshen up? Do you want to go shopping? Do you want to go do laps around the city? What do you want to do?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with ice cream before lunch.
I mean,
Is well, mostly because this is
Not me.
Tusk's mind recently. Is there a place where you could go to like look at buildings for sale? Just
Ooh.
like a central hub to like, hey, here's a listings of
No.
general buildings.
In this setup, at least right now, it is the other way around. As you're walking along, you will see some empty buildings, and then it's just a matter of finding out if it's for sale. Some of them do have signs for sale, and then who owns it in order to buy it.
Then if Tusk knows of
Let me
any
double-check
larger
one.
buildings, that would make.
Now there is a Zara's taxi service, so that is always a good source of information Kithri would know about. They might be able to point you in the right way, in the right direction. Let me see if there's anything else, like a tax collector or something like that.
All right.
There's also the running dog taxi service.
Nashkel has taxi services.
Interesting.
Yes.
Makes sense.
The nobles don't want to walk or ride
True.
themselves.
True.
They don't want to
but
touch the ground that the peasants have walked on. I mean,
But do they want to ride in a carriage that someone else has ridden in before?
Yeah, that's a very valid point.
I'm sure they're kept pristine and have the utmost health standards to deal with the
Are they-
supposed
are they
magic
disinfecting after each use?
No, only prestidigitation. Which is even better because magic.
I mean, yeah.
Magic.
Get a free cure disease with each ride. No.
I'm
boy.
looking at Twitch chat at the moment, and talking about Tusk's thing. Zinlu said, "Hey, 7 gold is 7 gold," and I mean, he's right.
It's
Yeah.
true.
All right. So you're headed for the ice cream place? You can also go to Helen's House of Pleasure. Take your ice cream to Helen's House of Pleasure.
I will say that there is something that Jen would like to do, but it is not a full party thing.
All right, are you doing that while they're going to get ice cream or after?
Probably after, because ice cream is you can't miss ice cream. Like it is a party bonding experience.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's also a massage parlor. That is purely a massage parlor, nothing else.
Is it located next to the?
Yeah, I don't see anything in here as far as any kind of realtor or anything like that, or even tax collector or something. There are some scribes and things, so it would just be a matter of finding out which locations are for sale. And
I guess
there are also
Tusk would
urchins
try to
that run around the
ask
street.
one of the taxi services for any information on larger buildings for that could possibly make good like guild halls or something to that effect. He would go to the one that Kithri recommends.
Okay.
Right.
Because I know you named at least two. So.
All right, so you guys are headed to the ice cream parlor, and there we go. All right, the boarding is done. Time is done.
If need be, Sven, you could always we could always say Tusk does this, and whenever you have more time to gather that kind of information.
So how much are you willing to tip the taxi person who starts off with, yeah, well, I don't normally take people over to empty buildings, I'm not sure I would even know where to begin.
You would start with 5 gold.
That D10.
Okay. All right, so he'll offer you, he'll mention a couple different places. You're looking for larger buildings, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I will make a list and get it to you.
Sweet. Sounds good. I have marked off that 5 gold.
All right, so you guys are at the ice cream place. Give me a moment to find my Discord. Alrighty, what would you like to do?
Ooh, I was like, wait, that was a different sound on Discord. I believe from previous sessions, there is a Temple of Sylvanas in Nashkel.
Yes.
Jen has noticed that her magic lately is kind of funky, so she wanted to, I guess, go there and kind of recenter herself and try to figure out what's going on, how to fix it, that kind of stuff. But again, like strengthening or reestablishing the connection she has with Sylvanas.
And how long do you want to spend doing that?
That's a good question. Honestly, like at least an hour. I think she wants to do that for as long as it takes to make herself feel better. So I'm going to. Okay, she's going to spend 3.5 hours. No, that's I can't math. 2.5 hours.
Okay, so you're going to wait till after the meeting, or you're going to leave and come back?
She's gonna do it after the meeting. But it is something that she wants to do sooner rather than later. So.
Okay.
You're gonna be trained today.
All right. So you guys get back as you're walking toward Rose's eatery. Genesis, you notice there's a sign advertising for a person who trains war horses.
Oh, sorry. I took a minute to sink in. She's going to point it out to Tusk because, well, let me do that in character. Hey Tusk, look at that sign over there. You said that you were. It seems like that might be something you could be doing with Castry, right?
That is the eventual goal, though haven't had a lot of time to really look into it. Though your horse could also use some training. Yeah.
Not me, having the arrow go completely over my head.
Perhaps if we have time after the whole hag thing. Or, I don't know. We got back faster than I thought, so we might actually have time. But we'll have to reassess that later.
You also
Honestly,
know it's possible to hire hirelings, by the way, if you want somebody to go with you, whether just to cook or, to take care of your setup and tear down of your campsites, to watch guard the mounts, any of those type of things. You can hire people to do that as well.
I mean,
True. I mean, as good as a
they
thing
might
has
die though.
been.
I think DM plot armor keeps them from dying for at least a little while.
And or they die immediately like red shirts. Or Nightfell interns.
The only rule
Depends
is
on
that
what
they
you
can't
hire.
wear red.
If you hire a 10-year-old kid, then yes, it is likely that they might die depending on what happens. If you hire a squad of mercenaries, they will never die. So it depends on what you're willing to pay for.
True, true.
Kithri isn't into hiring people, but you guys can do what you want, I guess.
Yeah, honestly, I think Genesis trusts people like based on her relationship to them. So she likes to imagine that she likes to assume the best about people, but trust is a little bit different.
Mm. We'll have to think on it. Might not be a bad idea. Honestly, Tusk is probably going to have to get in the mindset of trying to hire people if he wants to do what he wants to do. So ice cream.
Ice cream. Great change of topic.
But I will note the training or warhorse training place.
Yeah, Jen says, honestly, Steelfoot's getting a bit older. Maybe I should take him there with you.
It's been less than a year since you started. It's been like 3 months.
I don't know how long she's had her horse.
You bought your horse with us.
I thought I had him.
2 months ago.
Wait, I thought. Oh, maybe I didn't have him before. Never mind. I am
I remember because we had like a big shopping spree where we all got horses, and now at this point half of them have died and or are no longer with us.
And or are a stone statue in the forest.
Yeah. I mean, mine got killed while I was riding it, so
This is why we need armor for our mounts, guys. Don't worry about it.
yeah.
Steelfoot is the last of a dying breed. Original mounts.
I mean, actually not sure what happened to Cromwell's horse when he left. I think we just left it where we were.
No, I think it got turned to stone by the Medusas.
No, he got turned to stone. His horse did get turned to stone with him. That was true.
Yeah, I thought it did. And then he's like, I'm not paying for that.
True. Anyways,
never
this
mind.
is great talk over ice cream.
Alright, so you guys finish your ice cream and head over to Rosie's Eatery. And you come in, you see there's a table set up for you. There are 3 members of the city council there, and you're ushered to sit down, offered to sit down. There's a place to wash if you are still grubby from the road.
Before we head in, we all do a bronze thing check. No mimics. Okay, no mimics.
Yeah,
I was about to ask.
Doppelgangers.
I have one, definitely. Yep.
You're still like, what the heck are they doing?
One of these
Genesis
times
calls
around.
out a bronze fang check, and everyone pulls out these daggers, and he's just like standing there, like, what
One
the heck?
of these times, Craig pulls out one, and we're all like,
That reminds me, I will have to get you a bronze dagger. If we have time. Anyways.
Everybody thinks that or passerbys just think it's like a pep talk or something, like the bronze fang on 3.
So we go in. There were 3 council members.
So the gnome, after you guys sit.
Is Captain Smilodon among them? That's one of the things that I wanted to know.
Nope, he's not among them.
And well, I guess he's not a council member, but
yeah.
The question stands.
No, he is not there in the room. And so you guys are served a very nice meal. And once the drinks have been poured and everything has been served, the little gnome stands up and says, so we understand that you came back from doing the research you were supposed to be doing for looking for this magic tower thing. So we're just checking to see what's going on and how that went.
I honestly can't remember what research they asked us to do. Is that bad?
They wanted us to look for a tower where magic could be cast from to attack Nashkel. Because there was a terrorist attack.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, we definitely found that, yeah.
Yeah. Well, so we did confirm the tower does exist. It's almost more like a fort, really, but with the around the tower. Yes, it has the capability to cast large scale magic on Nashkel. We believe that we did mess with it, and anything to affect Nashkel should not happen anytime soon, as we mess with what was there.
We disrupted the magic circles that were set up, so hopefully they can't be used, or not without some heavy modifying beforehand.
This will need to be probably remade. However, we did not We dealt with what was there. However, we did not deal with the masterhead of what was behind the creation of the magic. It ran away, this powerful hag. We are planning on heading back there soon because we did find some notes saying that they were expecting some people to arrive there by the end of this week. And so we are expecting that the hag will probably be there to meet up with them, and depending on what this delegation is, work together to fix what we undid. But we are planning on going back to stop them. Just had to come in for a quick resupply. We did find the captain there when they went to go check.
Don't forget we were also going to request help. Because the other party's requesting help too, and they're not the only one who can request help. We can.
Right. Thank you for bringing that up, Kithri. We were considering possibly asking if there was anyone who could spare to come with us. It was a very powerful hag. Depending, we might need some backup to deal with it and whatever backup it brings. But no, we did find the captain there as well when he went to go check on it, and sent him back before us while we were still dealing with what was there at the time. He should be back in town. Haven't met up with him yet, though they do say he's on the night shift, so we were planning on, checking in with him tonight. Have you guys talked with him any yet?
We knew that Captain Smilodon returned, but there's still a matter of an investigation because, as far as anybody knew, he never left. So that matter is being handled by the City Watch.
Okay, so that actually does confirm something that we suspected. We thought something like that might have happened, but we were waiting to try and find him to confirm that. We do have some time if we would like our help with that, as we did bring Smile on or help really Smile down back, and we did give him something to help him identify that he was the one that we released, and that was not anything that wasn't who he was. Right, Jen?
Yes. On that note, sorry, we've been trying to figure out a motive. Is there any changes that were implemented since he was supposedly replaced? Anything that they might have changed or affected, or changed a watch route? Something that would establish motive for why this happened?
I mean,
you would have to talk to the City Watch. They're the ones who are doing the investigation.
Okay, just hoping that you may have heard something as well.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but Kithri doesn't trust these people. They could have been replaced too. But
yeah, but
well, we'll probably swing by and help with that as well. I've started to become friends with the captain, so would like to help them out of any situations if they need us.
So to clarify, you guys found a hag in a tower, and there was a magic circle, and you destroyed the magic circle. But you want to go back and kill the hag.
Yes, she escaped to
solve the
another
problem
plane.
for good.
And obviously, if she's still around, there's a chance that this could happen again, and we don't want to take that chance.
So what does this have to do with Amun? If Amun is the one who's behind this, did you find any kind of links or any kind of clues that would explain why Amun or how Amun is behind this? Or is this
There
some
was a
random hag attacking Nashkel for no reason?
As best as we can tell, there's a delegation that was traveling to there that could be from Amun, but no solid links just yet. There was a party of rival adventurers that were supplying the hag with some supplies that seemed to be hired by either the hag itself or by another party that would possibly do it. But we can't give you any solid evidence until we know what this delegation is. So in about... Oh. I am making a saving throw.
Oops.
That is not good.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
I should have asked which...
Oh my
Oh
god.
no.
Uh,
No. Oh,
guys?
oh no.
So
Yeah,
what were you
I
saying,
mean,
Tusk? You said in a matter of what?
It'll probably be a matter of a week after we identify what the delegation is. So after we come back from our round trip. But at the moment, we cannot confirm anything yet.
Yeah,
Quick side question: Do we recognize who the other two council members are?
Yes, in the sense that you saw them in the meeting with the other town council.
Okay.
So you recognize them as town councilmen.
Okay. Good to know.
On the note of the tower, it would seem that they are, or she, is bringing in some reinforcements, and we were hoping that some amount of aid might be provided to help us get rid of this threat for good. And ensure the city's safety, as is probably very important to you.
What kind of aid were you looking at? That's why we hired you all. We can't really stretch. We might be able to send some of the mercenaries who are part of the army outside.
Any amount of help we would be very grateful for.
If you'd be able to spare possibly someone with skills in magical tracking of some sort might help.
The gnome, one of the girls who's serving, one of the people who's serving is a girl, and looks to be about 14. He turns to her and says, Jazriel, are you busy for the next week? These people want some help? No, I'm just kidding.
I was about to be like, are we being served by some prodigy ranger or whatever? No. No.
She did say any amount of help would be beneficial.
I
mean, can you really consider that help, though?
that would be more
She could
hinder than
wash your
help.
clothes for you.
Hey, if I've learned anything from anime, maids are extremely powerful.
Bruh.
Sorry.
I mean, maids are extremely powerful, but butlers even more so.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I mean, that's not even an anime thing. We have Alfred.
True, true.
Not us all being nerds.
So, I'll ask this of. Actually, I don't think you would know, Craig, as a sorcerer. You haven't actually studied. Here, give me this roll. See if you happened upon it, overhear it, or something.
Okay.
So this brings us to our second matter.
Oh,
Sad.
sad.
Oh,
Since you chose to go do whatever you felt was important and then go to the tower, we have since sent people searching below the city for these rumored artifacts or any other information that they might find or anything else. We even have heard rumors that some of these tunnels and ancient diggings might even lead outside the city. It might be used as a means of bringing in troops. None of them have returned. So we want to know if you would be willing to go find out what information you can. Now with the added task of finding out what happened to these other groups.
Well, of course, we're happy to aid in whatever way you need.
Can hardly expect us to give us about 5 jobs and happen to not come back on the one you wanted the most.
I think that was a job that we were interested in before as well. Looking at some of the things that we have been planning on doing, we would certainly be willing to do that. It just might take us some time. Give us a week or so, and we might be, and we will hopefully be able to get you some information.
Maybe a week and a half, including travel time to take care of the tower.
Not. I'm a little confused. Didn't you just say that there was a week before you were heading back to the Hags?
We are headed back at the end of the week, so we want to be there at the end of the week. It takes about a day and 2 days, day and a half travel.
About.
Sorry, let me real quick. Did I get my
12
timetable
hours.
right?
It's about 12 hours travel.
It's about a
Okay.
day of travel.
It's a half day of travel. Okay, that was actually a lot.
Well, that is 12 hours nonstop, no potty breaks, no encounters, no meals, no breaks. So.
Oh, okay. So actually, that takes less time than I thought. Sorry, for some reason, my head it took a lot longer to get from there to here than it probably did.
It's because we got sidetracked.
Sorry, give me a second. I'm just checking some of my notes.
Yeah, so you left on the 25th. It's now the 17th of the following month. So it's been almost an entire month since you guys left.
Oops.
Tomorrow will be 4 weeks.
Jeez Louise.
3 weeks, sorry.
Okay, and it takes. I'm supposed to be there on the thing.
Would you at least be able to take a look over the day or tomorrow? Give us some sort of clue. There was a party of the city guard led by, looks at some notes, some dragonborn sergeant named Cromwell. And when he didn't return after a week,
Oh no.
We hired another adventuring crew, and it's been a week tomorrow since they left.
Well,
Sorry,
Logan,
real quick.
guess you can't switch up the other character, huh?
I'm realizing I had the wrong day in mind. We actually have a lot more time than I thought.
Yeah. We can definitely take a look, try to figure out as much as we can before we have to leave again.
Yes, I apologize. It's been a long week, and I don't know what day it is anymore.
It's also been a while since you've slept.
We also got, last time we slept, we were exploded into a wall, so
It was forced
Oh
sleep.
yeah.
All right. Yes, we can certainly take a look while we're here resupplying. Cromwell is actually a friend of ours, and we would definitely like to know what happened to him as well. We'll be sure to get back to you when we have more information. Realizing that we had like several days more than I thought we did when I looked at the map. It's good to have a calendar, you know, y'all.
Time doesn't feel real anyway.
Keep in mind, you guys did know, or do know, that the dwarf magic using person was involved in this whole process to some extent. He was on his way to the Burning Keep.
Oh.
Yes. Did we identify who, or do we get anything off the dwarf that helped identify that?
You have half their belongings in your bags, whatever you can sell and are still using.
I was more like, sorry, I'm vaguely remembering something that might have had like a signature or something on it.
It was like basically a shopping list.
A map, and then with it was a scrap of paper that had a list of components and a name.
Well,
right, that had the hag's name on it. Yes.
Yeah, really, Trish. Ugh, I butchered that.
Well, we would appreciate it if you could do some look into this as quickly as you can. My idea was to mass produce alchemist fire and pour it down the sewers, but I've been overridden. Yes.
Well,
wonder why.
burn it all down is
Hamburger?
It's an extreme failsafe. There's no guarantees it would work anyway. So yeah, we will go ahead and do whatever we can before we have to leave again.
Never know, there's lots of stuff in there.
And then again after we come back.
All right. Thank you again for the meal.
Oh no, you're paying for the meal.
All right, so you guys finish up the meal. It is very good. And still almost almost makes you wish like you hadn't had the ice cream first, but
Mm.
still.
Almost, but not quite.
Dang it.
The ice cream tastes better because it had friendship mixed in.
11.
Maybe the ice cream was the friends we made along the way.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Friend.
All right, so it is now just after noon.
If we're not doing anything immediately, Jen's going to excuse herself for a few hours.
All right. I think I might check in with the guard again and ask if there's anything we could do to help with the two captains case.
Okay.
While you're checking that out, I already mentioned it, but if you could ask if the fake Smilodon changed anything or anything of that sort. It's hard to understand why they would impersonate the captain of the city guard.
Besides the fact that they then have the city guard under them now.
Well, yes, but anything
Also,
concrete that we can
spying,
look
like,
at.
information is a very valuable tool.
Who
Yeah.
knows? Maybe
Even if
Rosser
they didn't
wanted someone
change
who he
anything.
could actually have in his pocket.
Well,
Or maybe we really got the doppelgangers mad at us again. I've only killed several of them.
only a few.
I mean, they all started it. Anyways,
At the mention of doppelgangers, we all kind of side-eye each other a little bit.
oh wait, that actually reminds me. I need to do another stop for a crack.
All right, so you
Yeah.
guys head out, and you guys are going the same direction for about a block or two before Genesis is gonna split off.
Before
And
Genesis splits off, I'm gonna like whisper something to her. I'll just
okay,
Oh,
Information that Catherine is not privy to?
get the observant read his lips.
Excuse me. It's very
Dragonborn really have lips, though.
I see lips on the picture. I
See a
guess.
mouth.
I
with
see a
teeth.
mouth, but I want to.
They have gums.
rude.
Can Dragonborn whistle? That's the real question.
Well, he can talk quietly, I guess.
Can't even whistle.
It's like a book. Can Dragonborn whistle?
And
Alright,
Okay.
so let me
as
know when
he
you're
says
done.
that, yeah, as he says that, her eyebrows kind of furrow, and she's like glances behind them, like, and I guess mutters back. And I guess I'm also going to whisper to the GM.
Wah wah.
Oh, that's not my whole message. Oops.
We could also do the Jeopardy theme. That works too.
I will need to stop by the At Bronzesmith, I know. Get you one of our patented bronze veins. Well, not patented.
Not yet.
Probably
Or
should patent
forged.
it.
Forge. I don't even. Tusk would not say patented. He doesn't even know what that means. um, but one of our forged bronze veins. If I have the time, I'll make it myself. But more likely than not, I won't have the time and might have to ask for it to be made.
Okay.
Does not make it any lesser for you, Craig. It's
Oh, it
just
absolutely does.
time.
Absolutely does.
Yeah.
Some knockoff made in China
Yeah.
bronze that sort of wobbles when you shake it, compared
Bronze
to
tooth.
her handcrafted tears and blood
Yeah.
that they made.
True. He probably will try to make it. Try to make the time to make it.
So I'm going to pull you aside because it's easier to talk than type all this stuff out.
I don't know much about it anyway. Hello.
So Jen would know that scrying is a spell that you use to look at people from far away. So they wouldn't be in the room with you anyway. If you had some sort of detect magic or true sight, then most of the time you can see it's an actual sphere that appears on the ethereal plane or is invisible that they look through. So that can be seen if someone else thinks to look for it. If the person is being scryed upon, they get a chance to save. And so that sounds like what happened with Krek. He had a save, he passed his save, and at that point he can then choose to either let it happen, or in his case he did not choose to let it happen, so they could not scry on him.
Okay. Well, thank you, because I know nothing about scry, so that is helpful. It makes me worried, though.
Oh, they're back.
All right, so as you guys were walking down the street, Krek and Genesis were talked for a moment, and then you're coming upon the intersection where about half a block away from where Genesis would normally split off and go her separate way, when a gnome comes running out of a restaurant. He's dressed in a nice blue suit, and he runs out into the street, sees Krek, and he yells, "You slimy buggers! You'll not take the city! Be gone!" And he points a wand at you, and this blast of energy comes toward you, and slams into the ground next to you. Dirt flies everywhere, and he runs behind a cart. Come on, you green-blooded buggers! And he's roll for initiative.
Wait.
I mean,
so this gnome just came up and attacked me, or what?
Is his blood actually green?
That's a good question.
You have plenty of opportunity to see it.
No, Krek's blood is not green.
But
are we rolling initiative?
I mean,
he said
yes,
roll initiative.
The
roll
blood
initiative,
of what we believe to be Krek, was it green? Oh, that was about initiative.
No, he said no.
I mean, I think she's thinking, yes,
he is currently
doppelganger.
bleeding, or was bleeding earlier today, and still has dried blood, and it's not green because he's still wounded. All right, looks like I'm gonna have to put my person on here so the chat can see what's going on.
This is so annoying.
Well,
So he ran out here from
who
this
is
restaurant.
this?
I mean, from here, he
Who?
ran out from this side,
Is
and
he drunk?
shot.
yeah,
I do need perception rolls from everybody, please. I would normally push it, but I'm trying to fix this stupid thing so people can see me on.
In the tower.
I'm gonna say it's a DC 10, so no, most of you should do it. Anybody who passes, I need a nature or wisdom check, DC 13.
I'm not good at either of those things.
Wisdom check.
Never mind. Apparently, I'm really good at it.
She's really good at it right now.
Click.
This
Everyone
one thing in particular, I
succeeded.
definitely know.
So you do know this because a friend of yours in the Thieves Guild was allergic to mushrooms. And this guy has hives and bumps all over his face and his hands where you can see it. He is clearly reacting to some sort of allergic reaction.
I have an idea of where this is going. Okay, but
all right, let me just find, here he is, and throw him on a map so people can see. All right, so starting with you, Tusk.
Tusk is going to rush forward and try to get a better view on where the guy is. He'll go to there because I think he went that way. I currently can't see, so I'm going to assume, just take a guess and try to get a little closer.
I'm not sure why this picture is missing an arm. He is not missing an arm.
He might be soon. You never know.
Please don't.
So I'm sorry, where did you say you were moving? I don't see a movement.
I have here. I guess I can just pull it again. You see it now? Weird.
All right, let me try it. There we go. Now I see it. Okay.
Okay. There he is.
So he sort of looks past you, like he doesn't even see you, and says, "I can smell you from here, you filthy creatures."
Tusk will just kind of call. He's like, "I think he's on something. You guys got any thing to cure him of this? I might just dump water on him."
So to
And
answer your
he'll just leave it
question,
at that.
Genesis, I'm sorry, were you done, Tusk?
Yep, no, that's it. He'll
Okay.
just kind of call back and then wait.
Go ahead and click next when you're done. So Genesis, it will help with the damage that it's done. So if you like scratch at the hives or if it causes damage to the body, it would heal that damage, but doesn't get rid of the actual cause of. It's almost like a disease or a curse.
Okay.
Probably cure disease would probably work.
Wow, if only I were a good healer.
You do see that. Actually, Genesis, have you ever cast Mage Armor?
No, I don't have the spell.
You're usually wearing armor anyway, so it won't matter.
Yeah.
All right, so he steps out. Oh, yeah. Sees Kithri. I don't care if there are two of you. I'll get you both. You slimy slug. And he blasts, points his wand towards you guys, and
Oof.
all right, there we go.
Jeez.
All right, so Craig, you get hit with an Eldritch Blast.
Oh.
Attacking people.
Attacking short people. Wow.
That's rude.
Kithri goes right about 18 inches above your head. And it looks like that's exactly where he was aiming, and he sort of laughs. Ha ha ha! Told you. Told you I'd get you both. And he disappears.
Yeah,
Like,
he's definitely crazy.
or
10,
high,
20,
or drunk,
30.
Yeah.
or there are
My guess
many
would be high.
recreational
And
things
Tusk, you
that
see
would
him
have those
appear behind you.
effects.
He steps forward
Oh.
and then steps whoosh, and he's ducking behind this wagon. Genesis.
Okay. Something definitely pings Jen as being off. And if this guy's gonna do long range attacks, then she's gonna try to get close range. Hopefully.
It's being weird for you too. Okay, I see where you're going. So for argument's sake, do the movement again. There we go, that worked. Correct move 5 feet, and Kithri move 5 feet. Thank you, Kithri.
Didn't realize he was right there.
I'm assuming forward.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, something weird was happening with the tokens. All right, go ahead.
I didn't realize he was right there, but
You kind of come up surprised as like Tusk's turning around to look at him.
you know what? I think. Okay. Jen's kind of runs up and then she like reaches out and touches his arm or something. And she's going to use Bestow Curse. And
What?
we are throwing that in chat.
I cannot read that.
that is very light blue against white. But the effect that I am choosing is, while cursed, the target must make a wisdom saving throw at the start of each of its turns. If it fails, it wastes its action that turn doing nothing. So she's basically trying to keep him from doing any more harm while we figure this out.
All right, give me just a moment. All right, and then, so what is the save? Or go ahead and apply it to him. Wisdom saving throw. Okay, go ahead.
And for argument's sake, I am upcasting this to a 4th level spell so that it lasts for 10 minutes instead of 1.
Okay, you put it on him, but you didn't cast this. You didn't give him a save.
Yeah, he makes a save first to see if he gets under the effect.
Oh, I messed up then.
So make sure you remove it.
Take off the effect first.
Yeah.
No.
We're gonna roll twice then.
No, that's the
take off
opposite
the
of what we
effect.
want.
Wait,
Yes, you need to take off the
Oh
effect.
shoot, I didn't. Not me
'Cause he would've
forgetting
passed both
that I
times.
can't do can't that you can affect. Fuck, I can't
There, I got
word
it.
that I can take off effects.
All right,
There we
go ahead
go.
and do it.
Ah.
One more time.
Third time's the charm.
Right, if it makes you feel any better, he would have passed both the first 2 times too. All right, so he sort of, don't you see them? Leave me alone. Now you showed him where I am. K3.
Well,
And a part of me is just like,
Just
invisibility.
There she is.
I'm not singing. I'm casting invisibility on myself. Just pop.
That's just
while
how
he's
she casts
yelling at
invisibility.
Genesis.
Well,
she sings, and that's how she goes invisible.
No.
It's canon.
It's canon now.
No.
K3 took a level in Bard.
Oh, it marked off my 2nd level spell slot.
She learned some of her magic from, Jen, so there might be a singing element to some of her spells.
All right, so you cast invisibility.
Yep.
Do anything else?
I might move so I'm not in the same spot.
All right, so this gnome comes running out of the restaurant after him, and says, "No, please don't hurt him. I don't know what's going on, but he just went crazy." Correct.
Oh. Jeez. I can't really do anything to help this guy.
get out of the way so he doesn't attack
You
me
have a
again?
non-lethal spell
Uh,
that might make him I don't know.
and then I was going to do that, but then this lady came out, and I don't know if I can.
Well, spells that may or may not hurt him.
I was gonna cast polymorph to
I
so he
mean,
couldn't attack us, but like
Does that hurt him?
that
He's
might
Really?
behind the cart.
You can't really see
Wagon.
him also.
So
that might make things worse. I don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
neither does she. He just went crazy.
are you even able to see him from where you are?
No.
Okay,
Exactly.
good. That's the point. He's hiding behind the cart. All right, so what are you gonna do?
I mean, I don't think I want to do anything to escalate things. And I don't have anything else I can really do that would help. So yes, I won't do anything.
You can get out of his way.
All right. So the gnome turns to you, Genesis, and says, "Get your fool ass inside before these stinky monsters kill you." Sort of waves you away.
Sir, hold on for a second.
All right. So top of the next round is not top of the next round. Now it's top of the next round, and it is you, Genesis.
Oh, cool. Uh,
And up close and personal, you see that these things are the hives are sort of bulging underneath the suit. You see several of them have burst, bleeding,
oh.
and goo and pus is soaking through his pants and his shirt.
Gross.
Um, and his eyes are all bloodshot.
Well, to start with, I think we're gonna do a little bit of healing magic to hopefully calm him down.
You do smell a faint whiff of cologne, though, underneath the rest of the grossness.
I don't want to know. um. Yeah. So Jen is going to go ahead and she kind of moves in front of him. And kind of, I guess, gets closer to eye level. She's, Sir, calm down. I can help keep you safe. There's nobody there. Nobody there. And while she's doing that, she's kind of like reaching out to like grab his arm or something to like physical touch calm him down, and at the same time doing cure wounds to help heal him and maybe
All right.
help a little bit.
So, I'm gonna say it's a. Do you have an unarmed attack in your actions page?
No.
All right. So give me a strength. A straight dex roll +3.
Oops.
Woof.
All right. So he is just wiggling
Wait,
around
can I use my inspiration on that?
moving. Yeah. Yeah, you still have it. Absolutely. So does Craig. Time's running out. Use it or lose it.
Well, I don't have anything I can do really. If I had like the sleep
But
spell, I
that
could.
is enough. You to You do see there's this slight shimmer around him, but you're able to reach past it and touch him enough to heal him. So go ahead and give him the heal. And Kithri.
Well, I am invisible now, so would like to see what's going on.
Sorry, stream. I just realized
It's all
this
a
has been
mess.
covering it the whole
Okay,
time.
I'm just waiting. I mean, you can't see me anymore, so
I apologize, guys. Slacking.
this is fine. It's fine. I will
There's a woman in red. No, in a red dress.
hold my.
All right, so both
No, never mind.
Kithri and Genesis, you realize that these gnomes are very well dressed. Her hair is all done up with little ribbons in it, similar just like the picture, and so it's clear that they were probably like either celebrating or on a date or something along those lines. This is not normal work attire for this part of the city. All right, so he mumbles something, and there are 4 of him.
Ugh.
Dang it. Now I really wish I had the sleep spell.
I mean, I have a
You and
ring
me
that I'm not
both.
attuned to.
Not attuned to it doesn't really matter.
And he moves up and around, and he's let's see, Genesis can't see him. Tusk,
I can
can you see
still.
him from where you are?
Yep,
Krek,
barely.
so Krek and Tusk, I'm going to push you a roll. Insight. Well, pretty easy roll, but you never know what distractions it might be about. Yes, so you see that he's still convinced that Krek is whatever it is that his enemy. But there's still another one back where Kithri was originally to him, and he's sort of gauging what to do about this situation, getting ready to cast another spell. Krek.
Jeez. I mean, I could try detect magic to see if it's like a magical affliction, maybe. If you want to let me use it like that.
So throw detect magic in the chat. There are 2 things I want to check on. All right, so the casting time is 1 action, and yes, so you do see he has, well, I'll be nice even though you're not a wizard. You see he has mage armor, mirror image, cast, but even below all that, there is definitely something going on. There is slight magic coming from all these different hives and stuff. So this is a magical effect as well as an allergic reaction.
Huh.
Well, maybe you could tell Kithri that. Or literally anyone.
Yeah,
or yell it out because Genesis also has dispel magic. Or yeah, that one.
You didn't have to tell me to do that.
I mean, Kithri wouldn't, so.
Alright, Crick, are you gonna move or anything else?
Maybe I will move around the cart so he won't attack me, and he'll attack the one he thinks where Kithri was.
And by the way, I need push you guys a roll.
I'll say whatever's affecting him, I think it's magic.
Alright, I don't know what just happened. Try that again. Should be Genesis and Crick. There we go.
I need to go soon.
9, 17, 14. Okay. Alright, so you moved around the cart. Well, you would have to go around it, but you got plenty of movement. That's fine. Just waiting to finishing up this round. Tusk, you're up.
Tusk kind of turns to the guy. It's like,
17, 9.
I think your
19.
friend here ate something that is doing this to him. We'll try and handle as best we
14.
can. Kithri, if it's magic, we may need you in your sling. And Tusk is just gonna kind of move to kind of box him in, kinda. He'll go to stand next to him. Okay, that's a little bastardized, but
Perfect. Thank you.
yeah.
And what are you holding?
He's currently not holding his weapon. And he's going to hold his action to grapple him if he starts to run away again.
There are 4 of him at the moment.
All right.
That is true.
The woman in the red dress runs up and grabs onto your leg, or attempts to grab onto your leg, saying, "No, no, don't hurt him."
Oh no.
So I need
Oh,
either
no.
a strength or a dex check.
I wonder what he's gonna choose.
Straight strength or athletics, okay.
Athletics or acrobatics.
You got it? Here you go.
All right, so she rolls a 2, so you smash your fist down on her face.
No.
She slams back down to the ground, blood pouring from her broken nose.
Kills her accidentally, but doesn't hurt her husband.
No, he doesn't do that. He's more like just kind of
She's
like
unsuccessful at trying to grapple you.
he's like, I'm not trying to hurt him. I'm trying to make sure he doesn't hurt anyone, and I'm not trying in a way where
Trying to make sure he doesn't hurt anyone else.
And that is where we will leave it till next week. So
Okay.
thank you guys for playing with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not us all being kind of a little bit bad at social encounters.
So I'm going to go ahead and shut down the stream. Everybody say goodnight.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Thanks for stopping by.
Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you have a nice day.
Or night.
Yeah.
Don't forget, like, subscribe,
or
whatever else you do. Enjoy the rest of your day.
I actually have to go, so I will bow out now. So.